This week on Destination Earth X, we review Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
This mission is a simple in and out. Agent Valerian, you'll be running solo.
I only work with my partner.
Hi.
We're a team. Let's go.
You're running nearly 20 minutes late.
Yeah, well, time flies when you're having fun.
Welcome to Alpha.
Welcome to Destination Earth X. I am your host, Silky Dave Brown. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at TargetEarthX. And as always, this show is a spoiler-filled extravaganza. So if you haven't seen the film that we're about to talk about or the comics we're going to talk about, you might not want to listen. So we're talking this week about Valerian, the City of 1,000 Planets, and this movie's a hot mess, let's just be honest. But let's talk about a few of the interesting things about the film. The film was written and directed by Luc Besson and co-produced by his wife, Virgie Besson-Cilia. It is a French science fiction action film. This was completely independently crowdsourced and funded, and personally funded by the producers. Had a budget of $177 million. And it's the most expensive, not only European, but independent film ever made. That stuff's pretty cool. You got to hats off to him there. It was eventually released here in the States by STX Entertainment. It came out in July, and so according to the Wikipedia page, it's received mixed reviews from critics, and I think that's putting it nicely. Here's the good things about the film. Some of the special effects look incredible. Specifically the people, the characters, all look fantastic. Some of the backgrounds look pretty shitty, but the characters themselves look really, really cool. Beyond that, the acting is god-awful, and the story is pretty weak. It's based on a science fiction comic series called Valerian and Laureline, written by Pierre Christian and illustrated by Jean-Claude. Can't pronounce his last name, sorry. That's also French. The thing that, now as I'm reading up about this, that makes this make a little bit more sense as far as the writing and the acting is concerned is the fact that it probably was written in French. Maybe that has something to do with it. But the truly egregious sin in this has got to be the acting. So the movie stars Dane DeHaan as Valerian and Cara Delevingne, something like that. You know, she was in Paper Towns, and she was in Suicide Squad. She played Enchantress. That chick, she was Laureline. There were also moments with Ethan Hawke. Rhiannon had a small part. Herbie Hancock was in it, and a few other people. Dane DeHaan specifically, his acting is atrocious. That little clip from the trailer I picked that I just played a moment ago is just the tip of the iceberg, and it was like he was trying his best to channel Keanu Reeves. Now, Keanu Reeves, I really like. Keanu Reeves is great in some stuff. No one, including himself, Keanu Reeves, would ever say that he is a great actor. He has done some cool stuff, and he has some parts he can do really, really well. But he is not, in any way, shape, or form, a great actor. And Dane DeHaan is just trying to channel this fool, and it doesn't work. And it's the dialogue is so bad and so cliched and typical, and Cara D's acting isn't that much better. I mean, she was really good in Paper Towns. I will give her that. Paper Towns is a fun film based on a John Green novel, teenage coming-of-age type stuff, and she was really good in that. She was passable in Suicide Squad until she did the dancey, squiggly thing, but yeah, she comes from a modeling background, and that's not to say models can't be good actors, because they can. but she comes from a modeling background, and she's just not very good. I mean, really, her thing is she's there to be pretty, and she has an interesting look, but she needs to eat some sandwiches. I mean, the chick has lost a lot of weight between Paper Towns and this, so yeah, she needs to get some food in her. The film was obviously done pretty much on sound stages, lots of green screen, but a lot of it looked really, really cool. A lot of it really looked like garbage, especially the background. But really, I mean, it's a very slow movie, horribly slow. And in fact, there's a moment toward the end where they're trying to make a big decision, Valerian is, and he's standing looking at Laureline, and it just drags on and on and on. And someone that we were with said, hurry up already. And the whole theater just started laughing hysterically. It was great. That was one of the best moments in the movie. I just kept watching it thinking, my God, this is not good. I mean, this movie begs for the Mystery Science Theater or Search for the Worst Treatment. It's that fucking awful. But the basic storyline is, this is an extension of a space station that was built on Earth, or outside of Earth, and that eventually alien life started coming to, and it got to the point it was too big, it was going to fall into Earth's orbit. So it was sent off into space, and it's called Alpha, and it continued for hundreds of years, getting more and more people on it. Well, the movie starts out with this alien beach planet that looks all serene and happy, getting destroyed by a whole bunch of ships, coming crashing down, not attacking it, but just falling out of the sky and stuff. So the two main characters are on this mission, and their job is to go out and find something, and it turns out to be something from this planet that was basically destroyed. And they come back to the main ship, Alpha, the city, and find out that you learn there's all these different races and planets that live there, and it's pretty much all in harmony. And basically, long story short, it's about humans being destructive and destroying natural habitats and yada, yada, yada. In the end, the good guys do the right thing, the bad guys get arrested, and so on and so forth. It just is over. But it's, oh my God, it's so bad. The acting is so fucking bad. Okay, so if you thought that Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a bad film, that film is the freaking, it's The Godfather compared to this. It is Citizen Kane compared to this. I mean, this movie gives Manos the Hands of Fate a run for its money. It's that fucking bad. So yeah, if you were so inclined, if you have time, don't pay full price to see this fucking thing. Just don't. But, if you have a $1 movie in your area, you got one of those AMC pre-4 o'clock cheap shows that you can go to, or just wait for it to be on TV, or, wait for it to come out in DVD, go to your local library and check it out there. Just make sure to return it, because that library needs to get their money's worth out of it, and no one needs to keep this in their collection forever. I am curious about the comic. I've never read it. That's the whole reason why I'm doing it on this show, is because it was based on a comic. I might give it a shot, but yeah, otherwise, Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets, probably want to avoid.
I thought that would knock the fight out of him. What? We got him, didn't we?
This week in storylines I have recently finished, we're talking about the Lazarus Contract, a crossover from DC that included the titles The Titans, Teen Titans, and Deathstroke books. It also appeared in Teen Titans Annual number 1, was the finale. It's a storyline that it combines the two different Titans teams and Deathstrokes, and has some time traveling in it, and it's actually a pretty cool story. I don't follow Teen Titans, I don't follow Deathstroke, but when I read the first part of the series in the Titans book, which I do follow, I realized, hey, I need to read the rest of this. So I checked out the rest of them, and it's pretty cool. So the basis of the story is Deathstroke had a son who was killed battling the Titans due to something going on with Hive. Deathstroke made a pact with Nightwing, who was Robin at the time, and essentially his years later has come to collect. Now, in the Rebirth continuity, the original Wally West is back, and he has rejoined the Titans, and they're slowly putting pieces together of connecting dots with things that had happened in the pre-New 52 timeline. In the story, eventually what happens is Deathstroke gets a hold of Flash's powers through the new young Wally West and travels back in time to try to prevent his son from getting killed. There is battles and whatnot, and then there is jiggering to the continuity as they're melding the New 52 and pre-New 52 timelines. And at the end of it, Deathstroke decides, you know what, fuck this, I'm hanging up the hood. He obviously has his own ongoing title, so he hasn't completely retired, but it is getting there. It's a 4-issue crossover, so it's not a huge investment. A lot of times these crossover series are gigantic things that you have to deal with, and this is not one of those. This is a pretty small little endeavor, and it's really, really good. One thing I can't help whenever I'm reading what's the word I'm looking for? Whenever I'm reading a Teen Titans comic, anything that has Damian Wayne in it, I can't help but hear the voice of Damian Wayne from the animated films, because the actor who they've got playing him is fantastic, and it's such a distinctive voice, and I always hear that when I'm reading his parts. There's a lot of conflict between Damian and Nightwing, Dick Grayson, and it's just real interesting seeing the teams together and the different dynamics, and the melding of the timelines, and of course, how are they explaining why Cyborg is never there, never gets brought up. But it's a great read for fans of the Teen Titans, classic Teen Titans, new Teen Titans. It is well worth checking out. Also, if you're a fan of Deathstroke, you need to read it. I highly suggest it. The Lazarus Contract, you can find that in the pages of the Titans, Teen Titans, and Deathstroke. Newsarama has released a list of the 10 best comic book based animated features of all time. It's a pretty interesting list, and I thought we'd go through it. So at number 10, we've got Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. This was based off of the Batman Beyond TV series, and this is a series that's set in the same universe as the Batman animated series, the Superman animated series, Justice League Unlimited, all that. I've not seen this one. What little I've seen of Batman Beyond was really, really good. Number 9, we have Justice League Doom. This was loosely based on the Tower of Babel storyline by Mark Waid, and this is really, really good. It has to do with Batman's secret files on all of Justice League members and their secret identities, their weaknesses, all of that, getting in the hands of some supervillains, and hilarity ensues. Then we've got number 9, Planet Hulk. This is one I really need to watch and read. Planet Hulk. Again, I'm not a huge Marvel guy, but this is one that I definitely need to at some point check out. Then we've got Batman: The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2. Okay, this is excellent. I would have actually ranked this higher on the list. It's 2 parts, but you kind of, if you watch it as one, it feels like one solid movie. It is such a faithful adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. It's unbelievable. The animation is fantastic. The acting is excellent. And it is truly Frank Miller's comic brought to life. Then we have All-Star Superman. I love this movie. Oh my god. And as much of a Superman fan as I am, I have not read all of All-Star Superman. I know, I need to. But this film, I've watched it numerous times. I have it at home, and it does bring tears to my eyes whenever I watch it. Then we've got Batman Under the Red Hood. You know, I enjoyed this, but my problem with this movie is it just ended. It was just like, boom, it's over. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? It's about the return of Jason Todd after he was killed in the Death of the Family storyline. And it's good, but it just freaking ends. Jensen Ackles voices Jason Todd, which is pretty freaking awesome. Then we've got Justice League: The New Frontier, another one. This one has brought tears to my eyes. This is a book that also I need to read, but I have this on Blu-ray, or not Blu-ray, but I have it on DVD at home. It is fantastic. I can't suggest this highly enough. We've got Big Hero 6. I did not see this. I've heard it's good, though. Then we have Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox, another incredible movie. Really did a great job bringing the Flashpoint series to life. Didn't get all of it, but you never do in an adaptation. But this was just truly fantastic. And then we have Batman Mask of the Phantasm. This is a classic, and it's also one I've never seen. I missed out on the Batman animated series. I wasn't really doing the whole comics thing at the time, and I wish I had seen it. I need to go back and watch it. I'll have to do that soon. And that is it. That's number 1 on the list. I would agree. Flashpoint is probably, it's up there. I would actually put New Frontier as my favorite, but it's a pretty good list. What do you guys think? If you agree or disagree, let me know. Send us an email, destinationearthx@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at TargetEarthX is where you can find the show. That's going to do it for this week. Thank you for listening. Hope everyone has a great and safe weekend and week and all that good stuff. Take care, guys.